did you feel about the All-Star game?
It wasn't very good in my opinion. It was way more commercials and foolishness than actual basketball being played. I believe they said it was only 18 minutes of basketball or something like that being played. That is absolutely disgraceful. It is a shame what has happened to this product.
Mm-hmm.
And the format didn't really change anything. It just elongated a grueling process. That's all it did. And it just wasn't fun to watch. I forgot it was even on. I didn't start watching it until the finals.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the heck is going on? And I was like, this just isn't good. Isn't good. I'm like, okay, the game about to start. But I'm listening to Kevin Hart talk to the inside the NBA crew. I'm like, when is the game going to start?
Mm-hmm.
And that was just bad. I don't know. It might be finished. I think the All-Star weekend is cooked.
So according to his Reddit account, it was 42 minutes of basketball in a 3-hour program.
That's terrible.
That is terrible. And what this format did was make it a less amount of time for basketball being played. Because I think for each game, some of them was like 12 minutes, some of them was like 10 minutes, 9 minutes. So it wasn't a consistent amount of time for each game. Each game was shorter than the other one. There wasn't a consistent length. And the 40-point threshold was really making it bad for them. And they had to like scrap for minutes, had to scrap for time that they can find, intermission through commercial, to meet that 3-hour window. And it showed itself. It showed itself that the format failed, not from the players and how their effort was felt during the game, because the players, they did their job, except the last game, because again, it's because of the NBA's intermissions, commercials, whatever it may be, that really just hurt the product at the end. But the players, they did their job. They did what they were supposed to do in the first 2 games, but that last game is where you really felt just how bad it was at the end. It felt like just a nail in the coffin of the night itself, of the All-Star game, where you have a bunch of commercials, a bunch of segments that we didn't really need, like the TNT crew. That's what really hurt me the most, was when they were taking all that time to give the TNT crew their flowers. It's like, why don't we do that at the end of the game? Why are we doing that during the middle? I believe it was the final. Matter of fact, it was right before the final game. The players, they were up, they were ready to go, and then they have to stop again before we get to the final game. And by the time we got to the final game, you could tell the players were out of it. Like, they were just ready for it to be over. There wasn't a whole lot of energy being made compared to the last 2. Just no interest. I was on and off after that. I wasn't really paying attention much. I didn't feel like I needed to invest my time into really watching this game. And that was that. It was just a bad experience overall. I felt like Adam Silver hasn't learned from his ways after a couple of years ago. Remember, 2020, this is when they started doing that whole thing where they would have segments where they have people speaking during the game. It's like, we don't need that. Just ball up, let's hoop. And it seems like he wants to make everything theatric, everything more of a more like WWE, like a show. A show. It is a show, but in terms of like a make it
people cutting promos.
Make it more about the storyline, about other things besides the art, besides the sport itself that people are attracted to. This is not WWE. This is not a movie or a television show. This is basketball. And that's how you make your money. This is how you make your bread, is because of the talent of the players. And this has really been an occurring theme for the NBA. All it did was emphasize what the glaring problems had been for the NBA for the past 5 years. And it's that the NBA is focused more on, and the people, the fans, casuals, been more focused on trades, free agency, drama, everything off the court, but not the play on the court. And what the All-Star Game showcased is that NBA, TNT, they're focusing on everything outside of the game, not what's actually being played. And that's all it really did. It just re-emphasized all the problems that exist.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it was just too much going on. I'm like, okay, can we just like watch the players play? This is about, we're supposed to be celebrating the players because they're all stars. We watch them play against each other, but it's just they doing everything else outside of that. So it's just like, I don't even care anymore.
And it was the second worst rating from an NBA All-Star game since 2023. Yeah, 2023 is the worst rated All-Star game, worst viewed All-Star game. So that just lets you know that if that's the second and it was only a 2-year time frame from 2023, then something is wrong. So how can they fix that? Go back to East versus West. You just have to have the players play. That's really what it's all about. If the players actually play hard, you have an all-star game that's worth watching. That's really what it is. That's all it is. It's not that difficult. And if they don't play hard, then get rid of it. That's really what it is.
What do you think about some of the player critiques and feedback they gave on the? Like I know I want to say it was KD or Dave. Somebody said they should put the All-Star game before like the midway point of the season, because by the time you're past the midway point of the season, you're saving your body for the playoffs. So no one's really going to give too much effort. They said they want to go back to East versus West. They also said, what else they said?
Also heard team USA versus the world. That's another one.
I don't. That's not going to go well, because it's realistically, it's really on like 5 players or so. That's really all-star caliber for the world team.
Really? You sure?
We got Jokic, Luka, Giannis,
Shea, Sengun,
Sabonis. I don't think they.
No, Siakam.
Siakam.
They have some
work.
dudes, bro. They have some dudes. But if Franz Wagner didn't get hurt, he would have been on there.
Depends what side Kyrie want to play on.
He's gonna be on USA.
He actually said he wants to play in Australia for the Olympics in 2028. Surprisingly.
Okay, I'm just saying is he's gonna choose USA.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, they probably wouldn't even allow him to make that decision. They would have him on USA probably. He was literally on the Team USA Olympic team. Like, he's going to be on USA. They're not going to allow him to just flip-flop. That's not going to happen. But, what is there?
It's some other stuff. I just forgot because there was multiple players saying stuff, so I didn't get to keep all the information. My thing is, we're starting the All-Star game before the halfway point of the season. Is that you'll be competing with the NFL. So unless they want to start the season later to offset that, then we could talk. But we all know that ain't going to happen, because then you probably have to lower the amount of games and all kind of stuff. That's a bigger discussion as far as that goes.
I think the players need to shut up and just play hard. Put some type of effort. Like they did the first 2 games. Remember, those first 2 games, they played defense. They're actually trying a little bit. We need more of that. I don't get what's so difficult about that. That has been a tradition for years now. You don't have to play great defense every single quarter. Just play good defense first quarter and fourth quarter. Like, it's okay. All this complaining, I don't want to hear it, because this has been the case. This has been the tradition for so many years now. And all of a sudden they want to complain about it now. Like, no, I'm not trying to hear that. Just put some level of effort. Have it East versus West. And that's that. It's not that hard. It's literally not that hard. They're making it more difficult than what it needs to be. It's literally that simple. If they just do that, the All-Star game is back. Simple. We don't need to do any other format, team. We don't need to do USA versus the world. We don't need to do a tournament style. Just play semi-defense. It's just that. And then the All-Star game is back.
Just the entitlement of the players.
Or, I keep saying this, but have something where the team wins, they get a reward. Not just money, but something that affects the playoffs.
Oh yeah, I did see a player suggest that the conference winner gets home court in the finals.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, do something like that. Some people aren't going to like it, but if you really want a competitive all-star game, you're going to have to put something like that in there that affects the outcome of the playoffs. So that's it. If you don't do that, then there's nothing else more we can do. Even if you do USA versus the world, they're still going to have to play hard at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
We all know Jokic and Luka don't care about playing hard in no all-star game.
Just put some type of effort, and then we have the all-star game back. That's it. That's really it. Because we saw it the first 2 games. They can do it if they want to. It's just about will they.
Yeah, I don't think the players care enough, honestly.
Well, they did. It looked like they cared about it.
Well, I didn't see those games.
Oh, wow. It looked like they cared. Until that last game when...
All right, it's too much downtime. It was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, their adrenaline is gone now. They've been resting. They're chilling now. They're probably sore. Why am I going to try hard now? Like, y'all was BSing. So, yeah, man, that's all I have to really say. What about the, besides the All-Star game, Saturday night, dunk contest?
It was the Mac McClung show. Really.
Again, right? For the past 3 years, right?
Yeah. So, I honestly, I only saw the Mac McClung dunks. I wasn't even paying attention to all the other dudes. 3-point contest, I did not see the 3-point contest, but I heard it wasn't all that good.
It wasn't.
Who won?
It was Tyler Hero.
Anywho.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good.
The skills competition, I saw CP3 and Wembanyama trying to cheat.
Yeah, that was hilarious. But it was, come on now. And then another thing that drives me crazy is that the media are the people that promote the game. They're the ones that make the game, elevate the game to another level. Wouldn't it behoove you to allow the media to get as much access as they can to the players, especially during the game? So after Chris Paul and Wemby did what they did, one of the reporters for TNT was trying to get to Chris Paul. Like, hey, what was that all about? And this person, I guess he's a security guard or something, didn't allow the reporter to get to Chris Paul afterwards. People want to know like what's going on because this is, skill competition. It was one of the weirdest things we've ever seen in an All-Star weekend, and they just wouldn't allow a reporter to get to Chris Paul for whatever reason.
That's dope.
I know. So, and that's what I'm talking about. It's just like they just keep fumbling the ball with this.
It seems like the reason why stuff is the way it is because everyone is on different pages. The league wants this, the players want this, and the media is on this. So it's like it's no real continuity between those three. No. And that's why we got the part of it where in other leagues, the media, players, and fans, and all I forgot the fan aspect. Yeah, they all relatively, they might not see eye to eye on everything, but they're like relatively here with it. Mm-hmm. Like you see it in MLB, NHL had a phenomenal
record breaking.
The USA versus Canada match. That thing I heard it was pretty good. And also like the NFL, they're except the Pro Bowl, no one sees eye to eye on the Pro Bowl stuff. But for the most of the part, they're really relatively close as far as what ideas they want to see. But NBA, it just seems like everyone wants to do their own thing.
That's true.
And it's hurting the product. The media don't like the game of basketball. The players want the fans and media to like basketball outside of the foolishness and the drama, but they just don't. And so the players are like, well, if y'all don't want to care about the basketball, then we don't care about your parlays. We don't care about showing up in the All-Star game and all this stuff. So it's kind of like we're on different wavelengths, and it's just not good for the game.
That's true. That is true. You make a great point in that one. I don't know what to say. I really don't. It's just weird, man. It's just weird. Just seeing that stuff. It's an event. It's supposed to be playful. It's supposed to be just good vibes. And for that to happen for the security guard person who's doing their job, but at the end, like there needs to be some type of communication going on between the media and between the NBA office and security for the event. There has to be some type of communication, a common ground that we can come to where we can give the fans what they want. And it just seems like that's missing now. There's nothing for that anymore. It just feels like there's a disconnect, like you mentioned. And after that, just the dunk contest. The dunk contest. Boy, oh boy. Do you think Mac McClung is the greatest dunker for a dunk contest in the NBA history?
No, but he's up there. He's definitely like the top, probably the top 3 territory at this point. This dude, some of the dunks he's been pulling off.
Who's better?
I say Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine.
Aaron Gordon never won a dunk contest.
Yeah. But, I mean, we know he should have won those 2, though.
Mac McClung won 3.
But look who was his comp.
But look at the dunks he made, though. Think about this. Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine did what they did. The fact that Mac McClung was able to come up with dunks that we've either never seen before or he just took it to another level is impressive.
And he also doing jokes like the first try like every time, which is crazy.
Think about, he decided, okay, Blake Griffin, he dunked over a Kia on the hood.
The hood of the Kia. He jumped over, Mac McClung jumped over the whole
and he did a reverse dunk while jumping over it. Do you know how crazy that is?
That's very crazy.
And you know,
and
you know what he did? You know what he showed people is that it's not always that you have to come up with a new dunk. You can take something that somebody already did, but just make it better.
Mm.
So the whole Kia dunk, what made it so cool was the fact that we got that nostalgia from Blake Griffin, and he was able to take his idea but put it to another level. It reminds me of Kendrick with the Drake diss and how Pusha T took it to this level, and Kendrick took what Pusha T did, and he was like, I'm gonna take it to another level. I know I'm bringing that up, but that's just what it reminds me of, man. Like, you don't have to try to figure out, okay, what new sort of dunk can I do? It could just be as simple as, okay, this is what this person did. I'll do that, but just better.
Mm.
It's not that hard. And these guys try to make it seem like it's so complicated, it's so hard to do. No, it's not. Yeah, you got to make the first dunk, but that's the most difficult of it all. But just look what the other guys did and just take that dunk and just improve on it. That's it, man. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. And I salute him for that. I think he's the best dunker. I think he's the best dunker in the dunk contest.
Okay. I think he has the best, like, dunks. Like, creativity. Him and Aaron Gordon are, like, neck and neck as far as dunk creativity. I still think the greatest dunk in the dunk contest history is the one where Aaron Gordon went under the legs over the mask.
Yeah.
That was easily the greatest.
No, that was the greatest dunk. I'll give him that.
Mac McClung, he got some up there.
In my opinion, he has some dunks that is in the top 5.
Yeah, like the one
that Kia one.
The Kia one, and the one he jumped over the dude and dunked both the balls at the same time.
Yeah, that was insane. Yeah. That's why I have him as the best, because he has 2 or 3 dunks that are probably in the top 10 that we've ever seen. I just can't see how he's not number 1. I'm sorry. Like, I like Aaron Gordon, but the creativity, the difficulty of Mac McClung's dunks were just otherworldly. The fact that he's 6'2", 6'1", 6'2", doing this? What?
But some people be like, well, he's not playing the NBA season, so he doesn't have to really worry about.
Who cares? Who cares? And then he's clearing guys too. It's not like he's, pushing off. Like, he's clearing them. Like, what? 6'1", 6'2", clearing guys? He had Evan Mobley, who's like 6'10". He had like this little platform. He put him on his platform, and now he's like 7'2", 7'3", and he cleared him. It's like, what? Oh, you didn't see that?
I didn't see that one.
I don't know was that the one where he I think he may have jumped
over. That was this
him.
year?
Yeah, this was this done. Wow, you didn't see that one. Yeah, he put Evan Mobley on this little platform. He went from 6'2", 6'10" to like maybe 7'1", 7'2", and he jumped over him. I don't know if that was the dunk where he tapped the rim. I don't know if that was the one where he tapped the rim and then he dunked it. But yo, that was insane. Like that was one of his dunks. And the fact that the kid dunk was his first dunk.
That's crazy.
I'm like, you're going off rip? Like we going off rip. I was concerned. I was like, damn, Stephon Castle can low-key win this. But Matt McClung, again, because he's such a great dunker, he was able to just complete all of these dunks, all these difficult dunks. And that was an amazing night, man. Just because of him. Stephon Castle, he tried. But Matt McClung, it's just Matt McClung. I will say that to close out All-Star Weekend, if they want to get some hype back to All-Star Weekend, they're going to have to convince certain participants that people know of that will get people excited, and they're going to have to bring them to participate to All-Star Weekend. Because I felt like the three-point competition, not having Stephen Curry participate, was a miss. You cannot have that not transpire. In Golden State, in San Francisco, in the Bay, you got to have them participate. That was a miss. And I think if you want to really get people to want to watch, you have to sell them on something. Zach LaVine is coming out of retirement to be in the dunk contest. Aaron Gordon, somebody like that, where you're like, man, this is going to be the greatest dunk contest of all time, or All-Star Weekend. Do something that gets people wanting to watch the game. Like you have to promote it in that sense, where you're promising them something that people will really be intrigued by, and you just keep promoting like it's a movie or something. And then that's how you get people watching. It can't just be, well, here's the All-Star game, another year, here's the dunk contest, another year, and then we go from there. Like you actually have to have certain people, a certain type of format that will get people wanting to watch. And then you keep promoting it over and over and over again. So that way, by the time people watch and they turn on the TV, they're like, what the hell is this? What type of tournament format? What is this? And it won't turn people off. That's what they need to do if they want to get more people to watch the game.
Yeah.
Promise something that people will be interested by. And that's how you get the games back to where they were previously. They're going to have to get Zach LaVine. They're going to have to get a John Morant. They're going to have to get Aaron Gordon. Those type of names, if you want to get people to want to watch the dunk contest, the All-Star game. You have to do that if you want to get it back to glory days where it was. If not, then you're going to be stuck where you at. Record low ratings. That's just what it is. Any final thoughts?
Nobody better figure something out.
Just let me be me.